We all have to start somewhere, regardless of what you do. Everything that you do in life has a starting point. And I want this very video to be your starting point into Facebook ads. I won't take anything for granted in this video, so we're going to start from the very beginning all the way to where we have a fully functioning ad. Hey, Atime, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Alright, so we're here on our Facebook newsfeed, and this is not new to you. This is something that you see every time that you log into Facebook. But what might be new to you is the Facebook business page that you need in order to advertise. And I'll show you what one of them looks like. So this is a business page. This is one that you can create relatively easy. All you have to do is go to create, and you have the ability to create a page right there. You do need a business page in order for you to advertise. You're not going to be able to get around that. So that is what you're going to need. But also, you're going to notice that there's this big blue button over here that is tempting us. This is a button that we want to stay away from, but just so you see what it looks like, this is basically boosting. You don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be advertising from here because that's not going to be the best use of your money. You don't want to throw money away. So how you get to the appropriate place, which is going to be the ads manager where you're going to run your campaigns, is by going to either create and then going to add, or by going over here and then managing your ad. So I'm going to go to create and I'm going to go to the ad. Alright, so it immediately gives us and prompts us to create a campaign, which is fine. That's what we did. Now, notice one quick thing here. If you're launching an ad for the very first time, the only option that you have is to run it from one ad account, and that is your personal ad account. Now, you see that over here, it's going to say personal. So it's right there, personal accounts, and then it has your name right there. So you're only going to have one. Now, the reason I call that out is because you can run ads directly from your personal account. That's okay, but it's not ideal. What I highly suggest is you go on and to create a business manager account. So all you have to do is go to business.facebook.com, and you're going to be prompted to create a business manager account. That business manager account allows you more flexibility in your advertising. So as an example, it gives you the opportunity of you uploading your database onto Facebook and creating a custom audience. Now, it's a little bit beyond of what we're going to do today, but just know that that is something that the business manager opens you up to do. Now, the second thing with the business manager is that it allows you to create multiple ad accounts within it. And the reason that's important is you want to create a level of separation between this personal ad account that you see right there and your business manager and your ad account. So basically, you want to create a level of separation, because in the event that Facebook flags your ad account for whatever reason, let's just say you were doing things right or doing things wrong, and it decides, now we're gonna suspend this person, we're going to disable this ad account. If you don't have the ad account or the business manager account and only have the personal ad account that you came with right here that was created, then I'm sorry to say it, but your advertising career is over at that point. So you're going to have to go on and either appeal it and win so you can continue advertising, or appeal it and lose, and in the event that you lose, you're going to have to go out and create another Facebook account and start from scratch. You don't want to do that. So just giving a heads up. In summary, this is the personal ad account. Go ahead and create your business manager account and create some ad accounts so then you can advertise from there. So that is word to the wise. People have learned it the hard way. Fortunately, I haven't learned it that way because I have been struck down twice from my personal account, but I have been successful in appealing those. But I by rule always have the ad account and business manager accounts to help me out. So we're going to go to create. And here you have the campaign objectives. You have, think of these like top of funnel into the bottom of the funnel. So cold audience all the way to the hot audience. So think of the awareness. You're reaching out to the masses, reaching out to anybody that'll hear you. So that traffic, that awareness is going to be cheaper because there's no expectation, or let me rephrase that. There's not going to be as much expectation for people to take action. when you get to the bottom or to the middle of the funnel, there is some consideration. I want you to consider my product. I want you to consider my service. So these are the types of campaigns that you run in order to do that. So you can do a messages campaign, which is for Messenger. That's where you communicate back and forth through Messenger. A lead generation campaign. This is where you have forms within Facebook that keep people on Facebook. You're not redirecting them anywhere else. They stay on Facebook, and the information that they, being the audience, gave Facebook automatically pre-populates in your form. So that's super powerful. And then the traffic, I'm skipping around, just giving you the highlights of the ones that are the most used. The traffic campaign is the most versatile. The traffic campaign allows you to send it to any URL that's legal, any URL that is legal and that you want to drive attention to. So there you can be as creative and flexible as you want. So that traffic campaign is the most flexible, but at the same time, with consideration, there is an expectation from you to the audience of action. And then consideration, this is where you amplify your message. So think of the conversion as a 2.0 of the traffic campaign. So it takes all of the conversions, all the people that either became leads, all the people that became sales for you, and it goes out into Facebook and tries to replicate those types of people. So it finds out that a lot of millennials are buying X, Y, and Z product, and it's going to go out into Facebook world and amplify that message with more millennials that are likely to take action. So that's super powerful in that regard. So we're going to go with the most flexible. We're going to go with the broadest reach, or the one that you can use the most, and we're going to go with traffic. We're going to create a traffic campaign so you see how to create that from scratch. So we're going to continue. Hey, one quick second, I'll let you get right back to the video. All right, so on the left hand side, hey again, you thought I missed that cut, didn't you? Well, I didn't. But go ahead and smash like. Here you're going to see the campaign. So there's a type of campaign, what we were just selecting, the objective. So it shows us right here one more time. And then the ad set at the left hand side, which is who you're targeting to, who are you going to advertise to. And then right here is what you're advertising. What are you going to show those people? So over here is the type of campaign, over here who you're targeting, and then what you're advertising. And then if you click through over here, you're going to get to those same prompts. Okay, now you're going to name it whatever you want to name it. As long as you know how to identify that campaign, go for it. That's the most important part. The special ad category, if you're running a credit, employment, and housing, and now political or social type of ads, then you do need to select that it's under the special ad category, because that is going to limit your outreach. That's going to limit your filters from the back end. You're still going to be able to reach the same people, but it's going to be a little bit broader. So you're not going to be as direct as before. So there's several reasons for the special ad category that I detail in another video that I'll be linking down below and at the end of this video, so you can check out everything about the special ad category. But today we're actually not going to worry about that. One of the rare instances in this channel that we don't go into the special ad category, because we talk a lot about real estate, we talk a lot about housing, and that all falls within the special ad category. So this is a momentous event that we're going through here. The auction is the default, so we're going to leave it at that because there's no other option. Traffic campaign, we're going to leave it under the traffic campaign. And then A/B split testing, that's something that this particular account is probably not set up with at the moment, but it's a way of split testing what you're advertising, or the campaigns that you're advertising, to drive down the results based off of the split testing. So you want to make sure that you know, or you want to be split testing so that you know which ad sets produce less costly results. All right, and then the campaign budget optimization, if you toggle that on right there, you are selecting your budget either on a daily or on a lifetime budget from the campaign level, meaning that everything that you select here in the campaign level going forward is going to be under a certain budget. So if you do $20 a day, then regardless of how many ad sets you create over here, it's going to be $20, and it's going to be allocated not evenly, but it's going to project which ad sets are going to perform better, and it's going to feed that budget to that particular ad set. So you can toggle that on if you would like. I personally don't do it that way, but for our purposes today, we're actually going to leave it on the campaign budget optimization because this is where Facebook is going. They promised that at the early 2020, they were going to have this fully migrated to only give you the campaign budget optimization rather than optimizing from over here or selecting your budget from the ad set, but that hasn't happened yet. So we're going to practice and leave it at the campaign budget level. Again, you're going to name it whatever you're going to target based off of the ad set. You're going to label it up here so you know exactly who is being targeted there. And then we are driving our traffic to a website. You can see that you can drive it to an app, to your messenger, and to WhatsApp. Dynamic creative, so provide creative elements such as images, headlines, and will automatically generate combinations optimized for your audience. So it's super cool, but if you don't have too many different products, then it's not going to do you all that much benefit. So this is more for a product-based advertising campaign. You can certainly use it. I don't use it all that much in my line of work, but that is totally there for you to check out. Offer, drive more conversions by creating an offer people can save and get reminders about. So if you have some promotions coming down the road, that would be a great option for you to consider. Start date and then end date. I personally don't do an end date. I like coming back here and checking on my ads every single day. So in the morning and in the afternoon, and then repeat the cycle every single day. Now, audiences. There are different types of audiences. There are saved audiences, which is basically a template of the audience that you used prior. Let's just say you have a very refined audience that you like advertising to, that they have a certain profession, that they have a certain demographic. You can save them, and that's going to be your saved audience, so you can come back to it and click on it every single time instead of you having to go through and filter them out one by one as you did previous. So that's the saved audience. The custom audience is something that you provide Facebook, or a audience that is unique to you on Facebook. So you're able to upload your database onto Facebook and create a custom audience. So that's why it's important that you go ahead and set up that business manager account that I was alluding to earlier, because that's the only way that it'll allow you to create that type of custom audience. Another type of custom audience that's super powerful is the audience of people that have gone onto your website in the past 180 days, so 6 months, and you're able to retarget to those people. That is super powerful. Now, one quick note on that before I get to the rest of them, you do need a Facebook pixel installed on your website. There are other videos in this channel, which I'll be sure to link here, that you need that show you how to install that Facebook pixel. So make sure that you're aware of that. Now, a third very powerful type of custom audience, keep in mind we're still on the custom audience, is the Facebook business page audience, where you have the ability of retargeting and really targeting people that have engaged with your business page in the last year. So those three audiences are the most powerful custom audiences that you need to create today. As soon as you're through with this video, go ahead and create those audiences. As a reminder, the database audience, so the audience of your database, you have the website audience, people that visited your website, and then you have your Facebook business page audience. Okay, so that is super powerful, and that's the custom audience. Now, the third type of audience, we've gone through saved, then we went to custom, and now we're looking at lookalike audiences. Lookalike audiences, look at the custom audience, which we just discussed, and it goes out there and amplifies the message. It goes out and finds audiences with similar characteristics of that custom audience. So that's the lookalike audience. That is super powerful. Now, one quick sidebar. I know we're doing a lot of sidebars, but this is feeding as much information as I possibly can in this video, because again, this is the beginner video, a foundational video, so I think it's important to at least introduce you to different aspects so you're not left wondering or trying to figure things out only to then realize, oh dang, I wasn't able to do it this way. So that's why there's a lot of sidebars, so hang in there with me. This is going to be action-packed. Alright, so with the sidebar that I was mentioning about, we were talking about the lookalike audience. If you're advertising in the special ad category, again, credit, employment, housing, and political ads, if you're advertising there, you cannot use a lookalike audience. You're not able to use that. You have to use what's called a special ad audience. I know, so confusing, so many different things, but the special ad audience does basically the same thing as lookalike audiences, but it takes less demographics into consideration. So another way of putting it is it's a little bit looser with what it deems a special ad audience. So it's a watered down version of lookalike audience, if I'm going to be honest with you. So just know that if you're running ads in the special ad category, that's the type of ad that you would have. I'm sorry, the audience that you can expect when it comes to the special ad audience. All right, and this is where you would go to pull those audiences back out. I think this ad account has some. Yeah, so this has a business page that you see right there. Custom audiences, and then when it comes to locations, you have people living in or recently in this location, people living in this location, people recently in this location, people traveling in this location. Most of the time, you're going to advertise people living in this location. Depending on what you're doing, if you have a storefront, if you do Shopify, if you do X, Y, and Z, most of the time you're going to do people living in this location because it provides a level of control. Okay? And then age, you can select it based off of age. So you see, you can go down below 18 if you would like, depending on the product that you are targeting. If you're doing schooling, let's just say you are a university advertising to get more folks into your system, then you could do two types of advertising. One towards your future clients, essentially your students, and then the other towards the decision makers or people that help with the decision, the ones with the pocketbook, so their parents. So you're able to target from an age as well. So I'm not going to worry about that right now, but just know that that's what you're doing. And then gender, you can select male or female. And languages, so you can, there's multiple languages. You can talk, you can only speak to the people that speak English. You can only speak to the people that have Spanish, Chinese. I've run ads in all three languages. And what you're going to find is that anything that's not English is much cheaper to advertise in. So even Chinese. So that was super cool. So we're generating real estate leads for one of my real estate agents over in California, and of course he's the one that did the translation to Chinese because I don't know Chinese, but we're having amazing results in getting leads for less than $1. So that's so cool. That is so cool to see. All right, and when it comes to targeting, since we are not in the special ad category, as a reminder, credit, employment, housing, and political ads, those are special ad category. Since we're not there, we're able to select based off of demographics. So we're able to select based off of, let's just say, let's see, what are some good, well, we'll browse. So you see behaviors. Let's see, politics for fun. Likely engaged with U.S. political content, conservative, liberal, moderate, purchase behavior, engaged shoppers, soccer, travel. So you see a lot of demographics, a lot of behaviors that you can target. The demographics is up here. Let's just see a level of education. So you see the level of education, you're able to target based off of that. You're able to target based off of financial, relationship, work, all that fun stuff. So if you are not in the special ad category, you have a lot more actionable targeting that you can choose from here. Those types of demographics are no longer available. Those demographic options are no longer available in the special ad category. All right, I'm getting too mired down here, so just know that that's a thing. And this is where you would save that audience. If you created a very well crafted audience, you can just save it. Automatic placements versus manual placements. If you go to manual placements, it's just going to show you everywhere else that this automatic placement wanted to put you. You're going to see that it's going to put your message in Instagram Explore, Facebook Groups feed, Facebook Stories, the search, let's see, Audience Network, native banner, in I don't know what that is, network rewarded videos. So you see that it pretty much places you everything with the exception of everywhere with the exception of messages. So you have that ability, but what I like to do more often than not is unselect these right here and then go with the news feed. That is where you're going to find most of the people, most of the traction, but you can certainly split test this out. split test based off of the placements to see, is the Facebook newsfeed giving me the most results, or is it Instagram feed, or is it the stories? Where is my money going further in? So this is something that you certainly want to be split testing. Okay, make sure that all the mobile devices are on at this point. If you have an application that you're advertising, you might want to split test here only when connected to the Wi-Fi, because people are still finicky about the data plans, or they don't all have unlimited data to download an app whenever they're not connected to the Wi-Fi. And then here, you're going to optimize based off of landing page view. We'll deliver your ads to people who are more likely to click on your ads and load the website or instant experience. So we want people that actually go through and load up the landing page as opposed to just click on it. We want people that actually load the website versus click and bounce. All right. And then we're going to go to next. Again, name your ad right there, and then the business page that you're advertising from. If you're advertising on Instagram, I highly suggest that you connect your Instagram account. You don't have to do that, but I do suggest that you go ahead and do it. Again, you can get away with not doing it, but it's best to go ahead and connect it. All right, so then you see the ad setup. You can create an ad, use an existing post, or use a Creative Hub mockup. Creative Hub mockup is something that you see over here in the tools that we're not going to see today, but that's what it's talking about. So we're going to create one right here, and we're not going to worry about the dynamic formats in Creative. And you have the ability to do a single image or a video, which I'll move myself to be less invasive. Or you can do a carousel, which you're going to see down here, which has different cards. So 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, and you're able to add more cards along the way. Or you can do a collection, which is more for the mobile. So you see group of items that opens into a full screen mobile experience. So it's a different type of ad. We're going to go with the single image. That works plenty well. Then you're going to go to the add image, go add image right here. And then you can select an image that you either upload right here, or you go and select stock images. So here, let's just say you were advertising shoes, whatever it is, stock images. What? There has to be a shoe. Oops, show. No. Shoe. Really? They don't have any shoes? Come on now. Let's go with phone. Let's just say you have a phone accessory. You gotta have a phone. Okay, let's just say it was that. Whatever it is. Alright, so to run an advertisement right here, you're gonna need 2 things at least. One of them is gonna be the ad copy. You will not be able to press publish without the ad copy. And then the second thing is going to be the image. That is something that you need to have. So the actual ad in and of itself needs to have those 2 things. The ad copy, which you see right here, and then an image. So image or video or experience that you saw up here. But it's going to need those 2 things. Now, the third anchoring thing is going to be the most important part, which is the website URL, where you're driving the traffic to. It won't let you go without it. All right, so here you're just going to place the ad. So this is the ad copy, which you're going to see show up over here. Headline. This is, well, we'll just put headline. And you're going to see it show up down here. And then right below that, you're going to see description. Now, what's super cool about the traffic campaign is that you're able to add different text. So you're split testing them along the way. You can add different primary text, different headlines, different descriptions. So Facebook itself is going to go through and cycle through the headlines that are giving the best results, the primary text that's giving the best results. So essentially the ad copy, the description, and on and on. So that is super cool. That's something that is out there split testing for you. And then the website, you're just going to put where you want to drive traffic to. So we're just going to put website.com. And it's going to say that the pixel is missing for that page. So it goes back to having that pixel installed on your website. It's super important so you're able to track people that land on your website, and you're able to see not only their demographics, but you're able to retarget them along the way when you run a custom audience to them. All right, and then you're going to select either click more, subscribe, watch more, apply now, blah, blah, blah. Learn more is the most universal one. Even if I am selling something, I like to click learn more because it gives people, more people tend to click on that than if they say shop now or add to cart. All right. And then you're going to select the rest of the information, add your own translations, or automatically translate your ad to reach people in more languages. So if you were advertising in Chinese as an example, you can add language right there. Make sure that your Facebook pixel is up and running to wherever you're driving traffic to. And then after that, don't worry about the bottom part. That becomes a bit too confusing for where we're at today. So all you have to do is press publish and you're off and running. Well, now that we know how to create Facebook ads, it's time to level up. So I'll leave a video right here that's gonna help you do that. Also, if you found value today, please be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And of course, make it your best day yet.